The first official reviews have come out for Denis Villeneuve's Dune Part 2, and so far, it's being hailed as an incredible movie from the auteur-director. There have been lots of reactions following the world premiere in London, and I'm going to be discussing all of them and my reaction to them in this video. Before I get into the reviews and reactions though, if you want to keep up to date on any of my upcoming content for Dune Part 2 during its release, then don't forget to support this upload by giving it a like rating, subscribing to the channel, and turning on your notifications. But without further ado, let's discuss the official reviews and reactions for Dune Part 2. So Denis Villeneuve's Dune Part 2 has finally been shown, and the first social media reactions have been posted online following the world premiere screening in London. The full-length reviews will be coming out in a few days' time, but after reading many reactions from both the London and the Paris screenings, it's heavily suggesting that the filmmaker has delivered one of his very best films to date. Many of the reactions praise the immersive and emotional impact of the film, living up to and surpassing the heights of the first, Timothée Chalamet and Austin Butler's magnetic performances, the technical work across the board, and that the film may be up there with some of the very best science fiction or fantasy blockbusters of all time. So with there being a lot of praise for all the different elements involved with Dune Part 2, let's dive into the early reactions and see what those who have seen the film have been saying. Jordan Farley of Total Film said, "Blown away by Dune Part 2, found it even more immersive, tactile, and emotional than Part 1. The clarity, heft, and scale of the action is staggering. For me, the whole occupies a rarefied piece alongside The Lord of the Rings as the definitive version of a seminal text. It's a too rare blockbuster with proper meat on the bone. Timmy's best performance, I'd have followed him into battle atop a sandworm myself." Emily Murray, also of Total Film, said, "Arguably Denis Villeneuve's magnum opus, Dune Part 2 is a masterpiece. Throwing you right into the action, it's totally immersive, gripping, and ultimately devastating. Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya have never been better, just truly remarkable filmmaking. I'm in awe." Jazz Tankay of Variety posted, "Dune Part 2 is a giant epic, a masterclass of crafts from Greg Fraser's exceptional photography to Patrice Vermette's magnificent world building. Denis Villeneuve has delivered his magnum opus directing one of the best sci-fi films for generations to come." Diego Andaluz of Discussing Film put, "Dune Part 2 is a monumental cinematic achievement. Greater than Part 1 on a narrative, technical, and thematic level, Villeneuve delivers with grander ambition aided by an extraordinary, morally complex performance from Timothée Chalamet. The first must-see blockbuster of the year. Timothée Chalamet's performance in Part 2 is unlike anything we've ever seen from him. Ranking among his best work, he leans into darkness and blurs the lines between hero and villain on a masterful level to set up a potential all-timer of a performance in Dune Messiah." Courtney Howard of Variety and the AV Club wrote, "Dune Part 2 is jaw-dropping, breathtaking, and wildly exhilarating. It's an adrenaline rush to the head and heart, soaring in its spectacle-driven action sequences as much as it sings in its refined, evocative stillness. Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya turn in singular work. Austin Butler is absolutely transformative, captivating, and seductively evil. Yet another compelling performance from Dave Bautista. Rebecca Ferguson tears up the screen, rising to commanding power. Florence Pugh turns in career best work." Griffin Schiller of FilmSpeak posted, "Dune Part 2 is not only Denis' magnum opus, it's a definitive sci-fi epic of a generation. A tragic tale of blind fantasism and corruption. A spectacular, soulful, awe-inspiring masterclass of aesthetics and mood beautifully echoing Paul's turbulent journey. The only thing I could think of leaving the theatre is that some kid will watch Dune Part 2 and feel exactly what I felt watching Revenge of the Sith in theatre theatres in 2005. It's a sweeping 2000s-style epic blockbuster that takes your breath away, makes you believe in what movies can be. I'm still processing the experience, and it's been 2 days. The world, the ideas, the instantly iconic shots and set pieces, an all-time Hans Zimmer score hasn't left me, nor will they for a long time. It's simply an overwhelming sensation. What a picture. Moving on, Brandon Davis of comicbook.com also said that Dune Part 2 is a masterpiece. Denis Villeneuve drops an awe-inspiring, action-packed achievement in a hearty, complex story. It's an astonishing, moving film which demands to be seen on the biggest, most immersive screens possible. I loved it. Innovative and thrilling. Some of the visuals in Dune Part 2 had me so astonished, I felt like I understood how everyone felt seeing Star Wars for the first time back in 1977. It's just unbelievable at times. Huai Tran-Boy of Inverse puts, Dune Part 2 is a triumph, even more immense than the first, but much more intimate. Denis Villeneuve manages to streamline the more alienating second half of the book into a riveting, action-packed epic. To Towers level mastery of battle sequences, Zendaya is the star. Carl De Los Santos of Smash Cut Reviews wrote, Dune Part 2 is a masterpiece, maybe one of the best space films ever. Besides being the most visually impressive movie I've seen, an assault on all the senses, it's a riveting political thriller and a character study. The cast is great, but Rebecca Ferguson and Austin Butler steal it. Every aspect is perfection: the score, cinematography, makeup, costumes, production design, sound, VFX are all at the very top of their craft. Timothée Chalamet gives his best performance since Call Me By Your Name. Zendaya cements her movie star status. 10 out of 10, no notes. Dune Part 2 is an Empire Strikes Back or The Return of the King level event, a classic in the making that'll probably inspire the next generation of sci-fi and fantasy filmmaking. Denis continues his unblemished filmography. Brian Welk of IndieWire said, I was floored by Part 2. The first film is amazing, but this one, wow. It's not just a step up or more of the same either. It truly has a different scope and feel in its themes. I can't wait to see it again. Jake Hamilton of Jake's Takes and Cinema Blend said, when Lord of the Rings ended in 2003, I was worried we'd never have a movie experience like that ever again. I was wrong, now we have Dune. Part 2 isn't just bigger and better than Part 1 in every way, it cements the series as one of the greatest cinematic experiences ever. And David Gonzalez of the Cinematic Reel puts, Dune Part 2 is Denis Villeneuve's Empire Strikes Back and Lawrence of Arabia, a sci-fi opera that is not just grand in scale, but in its hypnotizing and emotionally devastating story. Austin Butler will be a talking point for many, but it's Timothée Chalamet who left my jaw on the floor. Villeneuve's immersive cinematic nirvana is a sci-fi masterpiece. So as you can see, most of the reviews were absolutely glowing with praise for Villeneuve's film, and honestly, it was just a struggle to find any that were negative when these reactions hit online. However, there were two that I saw that had a few bits of criticism, not being big complaints at all, but just things that lowered the film for them slightly. We got a review from Gregory Elwood who said, Dune Part 2 is damn impressive. Villeneuve crafts some truly visionary moments. Austin Butler gives a truly transformative performance, and not talking makeup either. Very moving ending. A wee bit long, yes. Did I forget I saw it the next day? Yes. Still, it's gonna be massive. Expect a ton of Oscar noms down the road, and also lower your expectations for Florence Pugh, she's not in it that much. And the other was Sean O'Connell, who said, Dune Part 2 is masterful filmmaking on an epic scale. Denis Villeneuve marries gripping character development to vast, sweeping cinematic visuals, and the cast evolves in their roles too. I slightly prefer the simpler Dune to this complex chapter, but still, it's a towering achievement. So with these reactions still very much focusing on the positive and it being an incredible film, it's only a greater sign for the high quality of Villeneuve's latest projects. It looks like Dune Part 2 is to many who have seen it one of the filmmaker's very best works brought to the big screen. It's not just a few elements being praised, it's pretty much a lot lot of the film across the board, whether it be the central performances, the emotive storytelling, or the powerful filmmaking to bring it to life. I mean, I expected a lot knowing Denis' past work and reading the end of Frank Herbert's book, but hearing the praise be this high is just so damn exciting. We'll have to wait for the full-length reviews in a couple of days' time, but hearing reactions like this does remind me of the early response to the first Dune, which was then reflected in the later reviews too. There was a lot in these reactions, and as I say, praise towards many individual aspects of the film, so it's looking very good for Villeneuve's latest installment. Hopefully it does live up to all the hype that was shared in these reactions, and honestly, I just can't wait to see what Denis and his team have cooked up for us with Dune Part 2. But they were the first official reviews for Denis Villeneuve's Dune Part 2. Of course, everyone's individual reaction is the most important, and these early reviews shouldn't really change that. But with all these positive reactions coming out, I couldn't be any more excited to see it. Hopefully, audiences enjoy the film when they get a chance to see it, and we will all soon know what the general consensus is towards it. I myself will be watching it soon, and I will of course be giving you my extended thoughts here on the channel across multiple uploads. I will be covering the film in depth with breakdowns and extended video essays, so make sure to keep a lookout for whenever I post. But let me know down below in the comment section what you personally think towards the early reviews and reactions, alongside whether it gets you even more hyped for the release of the film in the next few weeks. For much more videos and news on Denis Villeneuve's Dune universe, then subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Also, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like rating and follow me on social media via the links in the description. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been Cortex, and as always, make some noise.